What's good? Good people. It's the bad wolf. Oh, y'all wasn't ready for that. No warning. We just jumped right in. So let's see how many people are paying attention. Who's ready out there? All right, guys. Of course, you know who I am. It is the Bad Wolf, the Man in Black, and this is Bad Wolf Unincorporated. If you haven't checked out my other YouTube channel, that would be Bad Wolf Unrestricted. Also, I want to let you guys know that it is my birthday month. Yes, your man will be turning the big 5 to the O. Oh my lord, I'm still looking pretty good, I guess, for 50, right? At least I hope so. But I see some people joining in, jumping in, and I recognize a lot of these names already. So, um, probably this will only probably be about like 2 hours. I just wanted to jump on. I realized I haven't been on in a while. I really did not have anything planned, so we're just going to do what the wolf does best. We're going to run wild and free. So as I see your comments, I will definitely try to answer them. And as you see, they're popping up right here. So that's a cool new feature. I likes that. And then over here, there for those people who can utilize it is the QR code. This will take you to the page where next month we'll be doing our first, whether rain or shine, whatever. Well, it'll all be indoor, but we'll be doing our first Zoom open to all of the nationals in the world conference. So I don't expect a huge turnout because I really haven't promoted this a whole lot. Tickets are going to, or they're already available. People have already signed up. So if you guys want to catch me in that, it'll be like 5 or 6 hours of going through like IRS stuff and tax stuff and property stuff and personal credit, business credit. So essentially, for the price of one consultation with me, you will be able to have 5 or 6 all on a Sunday afternoon for 5 or 6 hours. The first hour will be me talking about everything that's going on with, like, let's say taxes, this, that, and the other. And then the half hour after that hour will be question time. And if I know it, I'll answer it. If not, well, we can work on it a little bit. So it'll be 5 different topics going on May 10th. So go to blacksite32.com and click on the Zoom conference tab, and you guys can sign up there. In August, we will be having another one, but that one won't be me as the guest speaker. We're going to have 5 or 6 different guest speakers, and each one of them are going to have different topics from trusts to maybe purchasing, the dinar to healthy animal treats, all the things that they've been telling us they don't like us putting out here on their public platforms. So let's go private. So help me to establish a private network and then sign up for the newsletter. So if you sign up for my newsletter, if you have already, thank you. If you haven't, go to Blacksite 32 and go to a newsletter page, just like that, and sign up. That helps me to keep you guys informed when we do these private things. I can just shoot you guys an email, and I promise I will not bother you or bug you. You'll probably get less than 5 emails from me a year. All right. So sign up for that. Now, as people are loading in, do not forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe. Let's get those thumbs up. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oh, so yes, I see everybody saying happy birthday. Let's see what we got going out of here. All right. So let's see here. Bam. 9048 says, what's up? What's going on, brother man? I see you out there in my favorite color, blue, or one of my favorite colors. What's the deal? Top of the day or good afternoon, however you want to take it. What's going on, Monk? Everything is, pretty well. It was rough the last couple of months. I'm not gonna lie, man. It was a little bit of everything. I don't even know where to start. Blessings always. Thank you, and blessings to each and every one of you guys as well out there. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. The world has been, from the time since y'all and me We're kids. The world has changed, and some things need to stay the same, and some things do need to change. Or we can incorporate some new things. It seems like people are putting out 20 different things a day that, oh, this is the new whatever. So let's cherry pick some of these good things and then leave some of that BS. Um, Speaking of BS, I don't know how many of y'all was down there in what was it, Georgia, Louisiana, on that or Houston in the spring break. Woo! Some some people out there on fire. Man, if your lady or guy was like, "Oh, I'm going on spring break," or y'all better go get tested because cats down there are on fire, y'all. Spit hot fire. That is no good in the hood. Earth Angel, mine too. Happy birthday. Yeah, matter of fact, everybody whose birthday is in this month. I mean, I guess I'm on the edge of being an Aries, and I heard like they've changed Taurus and Aries, and they added a new thing. I don't know. I'm old school, so I just go by Taurus. Some people say I'm could be more Aries, but anyway, happy birthday, blessed birthday. Let me say it correctly. Blessed birthday to each and every one of you guys out there in general, and especially if yours is this month. Congratulations on the birthday, and you don't look 55. Oh, just 50. Just 50. Don't give me 5 more years, man. Let me earn that. All right, what else we got here going on? Happy birthday. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you. What's going on, Big Bad James? Congrats. What's going on, Bronze? I see you over there. Love and respect, brother man. Mr. T, happy birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you back. Question. My authenticated BC is stamped non-resident. What's your take on the implications of this? Well, that to me sounds like something new. They never stamped it. That's a new thing. As I told you guys before, as we move, they move, right? So as we show you guys like what's going on, how to move, they start going, oh shiznit. Let's just add some new things and do that and whatever. So, but the fact that they put non-resident on there, remember, when they speak, they have to speak their devilese or legalese or pig Latin, dog Latin, whatever you want to call it, right? So if you look at the word that they stamped on there, non-resident, from there, remember, down the line, in the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit, down the middle, all right, their side, our side, right? From their side, they speak a certain language. They, as demons and devils, cannot use our side angelic words. Okay? They cannot use our words. It's like the charcoal of God being placed in their mouth. It burns them. So when they say non-resident or non-resident or non-res identity, what they're really saying is that you're in the world of the free. It's not their property. Only things that are considered residence, residential, commercial are theirs. So they're not going to say private or national freedom paper. They're just going to say, well, you're a non-resident. But remember, every time you want to get a bank account or a loan or this or that, they're like, well, you must prove residency, because they're asking you to leave the private and come over to them. Got it? Got it. Let's get it. All right. Huntsville, Alabama. What's going on, George? Thank you all for checking in and chiming in and keep an eye on me. Y'all keep more a closer eye on me than my good few direct family members, because I consider all of you guys my family. But y'all be keeping track of me more than most people, but not more than the government or the states. Oh snap! He said it. I need the how to create a foreign mission video, bro. That has been worked. They are hiding a lot of information. I've got a tentative thing going. I'm going to bring that to you guys as soon as I get it. But yeah, they're hiding all the ins and outs of that. And I'm trying to make sure that I get it solid. Okay. But yeah, I got you, bro. Don't, what you got to do on it. Don't wait for me by no means. I don't want nobody waiting for me on nothing. All right. So do what you all got to do. But we can always meet up after and compare notes, because nobody gets it all, and damn near nobody ever gets it all right the first time. I could be overthinking it, but remember, I study things on the legal level, so I'm breaking down each word, what it means, who owns the word, how it's used, who can use it, and all that. So mine, you might get to the same place I'm going to quicker than me, because I have to trip over every single word before I'm like satisfied with it. Like, I learned a lot from years ago, almost getting messed up, not knowing what I know now. So, but yeah, I got you, brother. But do your own thing till then. Oh, yours is on the 1st. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday on the April 1st. So you're April Fools for your mom or your dad. So, Wolf, got my dismissal from no driver's license and trust US DOT plates. Frog dog, once again. And I know you very well, so I know you ain't on no BS. So once again, good people right here, for those people out there who don't believe that right to travel is a real thing, you can't just do it, it's not a right. Well, not all the rights are written. Those are called unenumerated. And here's another victory. People be wild out there. Again, so yeah, more than once. Oh yeah, they should start to be like, leave you alone. But at the same time, what this does is it causes a stir within their system locally for you, and then it helps other people in the area doing the same thing. Like I said, I'm not mad at them. I totally get why they don't want us to do right to travel, because they don't want people to abuse their God-given, inalienable, and unenumerated rights and powers. There's people already out there abusing what's out there. So in some ways, yes, this can make it harder for those people trying to protect the law, the cops out there who are good. And I know some of y'all watch mine, and some of y'all have even done consultations. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are the difference right there. But there are some bad ones out there. So I don't condone anybody, a cop or a regular citizen or a national, doing anything bad. But I can't stop doing what I'm doing, because I shouldn't have a right to live free where I'm not hurting anybody and just doing my own thing because somebody else messed it up. Nah, player. No, that's not very American. What's going on, G to the O to the D? All right, let's give it up for Nepac, who just became a new member. Appreciate you. Looks like we got about 42 people in here right now watching, so there should be about 38 to 40 likes. So don't forget to hit that like. Helps the algorithm. Y'all know how this works. Come on now. What are your thoughts about Florida wanting to add citizen status on driver's license? Well, if Florida wants to do that, that's because Florida, and I usually pick on them a lot, probably have been watching the videos, my videos, or the people in general who my videos make it to their back boardrooms and offices where there's no light and a whole bunch of guys, and they're all like, is this guy right? What do we do about this? Because they like to stay ahead of things. So if Florida wants to add that, then it's either because of these videos or the things going on with the government, with immigration and all that kind of stuff, and illegals. So probably a combination thereof. It just means that they want people to, and this actually was going to be part of one of my videos I'm going to make. What it means is that they want people to double down when using the benefit that you are in fact contracted in this moment as a U.S. citizen. See, one of my videos, I was going to save this gem drop-ish for, well, I'm still going to make the video, but let's just blow it out here. All right. Like an old school blowout, for those of you guys who know what that is. If something doesn't say it's commercial and public, then you have enough legal room that this could be considered ambiguous, um, or potentially fraudulent or whatever else, or vague or mute for vagueness. So, because I teach you guys what's on the legal level, most people never learn this stuff on the legal level. So they just put out their half-witted, half-ass, documents and stuff. Like I went to school for engineering, so like I had to write and learn how to write manuals that the average person could read and understand. Like one of the hardest assignments we had was draft a letter stating how somebody can read the methods to tying a shoe with a shoelace. Like those are some of the things we had to do, right? So what they're doing is they basically just want you to double down on the fact that you're a US citizen, okay? And then they'll probably either have like US citizen and other or US citizen and national. They'll probably have something like that. Okay. Happy birthday. I sent you an email, scheduled consultations for PayPal, but no calendar popped up. Okay. So if you did that, there's a couple things going on right now. One, I'm on vacation. All right. So number two, the old method of paying and then sending me an email is outdated. So I haven't checked my emails today. So send another one to my here, hold on. Let's see. Send an email to, let's go with this one. Orders badwolf at yahoo.com. Orders badwolf at yahoo.com. I will also check the PayPal to see if I can catch it that way in case you don't see this message. So apparently they fried one of my email boxes. So I've gotten two things lately. One of my email boxes is fried. So every email there is going into oblivion to one of them. The orders badwolf at Yahoo, that one works.com. Some of them are getting bounced back. They're like, oh, your mailbox is full. None of my mailboxes are full. Maybe the filter is too high with Yahoo or one of these other ones, but it's there. Okay. So for you, like I said, tonight or tomorrow, I will be checking my email. But yeah, shoot. And then when you email me, send a receipt confirmation of the receipt code, or your email, and then I can look through PayPal, find it. I'll send you a link. But what everybody does now, so for April, I'm only available on Mondays for the most part. Okay. April is my birthday month. I'm trying to de-stress. I had a rough ass winter. Everything from court was rough. Uh, Relationship was a little rough. Health was rough. Bills were not pleasant. And I still got, and then some kids trying to, or some girl with some kids, I don't know. They pulled into my driveway. I don't know if they were drunk or high, smashed into my garage door, messed up the whole jammy jam. The side door don't open. The other door is broken now. So it was just wild because I'd be on the north side, and my north side is wild. Like it's the wild, wild west. So, but anyway, um, email me, send me your email. I'll look up the order. If I find it, or when I find it, I will shoot you a link to book. Otherwise, if you go to Blackside 32, you go to the consult page, you click the first option, and then go. It's right now through April. It's only on Mondays. That's all I'm doing. All right. And then back in May, other than the Zoom conference we have on May 10th, May will be normal hours. Okay. So apologize for that. Things don't always flow as smooth as you would like. So let's keep going here. 1946. Thanks from 1946. Is that when you were born? You time traveler? Happy birthday. Thank you guys. Happy birthday, Wolf. Can't wait to talk to you soon. Yeah. I think I got to send you a link, or I just did today. We need to do like Canada. People come here and take care of themselves until they become citizens. There's a lot of things that we need to do. I do like some of the information and what's going on, Montrose. Actually, that's where my family is from, Montrose. Um, so what's going on, brother? Um, I do like some of the things. Happy birthday, 8. So our yours was on the 8th. You're hearing about this mandatory registration, the military, registered to the military, like back in the days. Yeah, they're trying to move that. I forgot what you even call that. Mandatory enlistment or whatever else. Well, I mean, all I can say is that that sounds like something for U.S. citizens. I don't see anywhere on there where it says for and mandatory for nationals, educationally speaking. Phew. Hmm. Happy birthday from Virginia. What's going on, Virginian? Appreciate you guys. Thank you all. Thank you guys all for the happy birthdays. What up, Jeff? Old ass. Yeah, I feel old. I actually know that's a lie. I really don't feel old. It's not until I grow the beard out that I'm like, okay, brother got some white whiskers in you. Otherwise, really it's all in how you feel. If you keep your mental capacity up, and you eat right, like you'll age very fine. I know people younger than me who some of my friends I thought were older than me, and they were not. They were not older than me. Some of them look like they could be my daddy or my daddy's daddy. And I was like, you're what? Oh, hell no. Okay, so make sure you guys are drinking good water and getting your vitamins and supplements and nutrients. Happy solar return. Yes. Yes, indeed. Indigo, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. Been a hot minute. Non-delusional. That's what I'm saying. People really need to get on that non-delusional track. There's so much delusion out there. Um, from these content creators not staying in their own lanes, don't know what they're talking about. It's wild. Over in my town, they're trying. Loss of municipality. I'm going to try to appeal to move forward. Head high. Yeah, Monk, keep your head high. Take that to federal court. Because once again, if you're trying to fight them on their level, they don't want you to win, even with their own codes and stuff, because you're going to open the door for other people. We'll keep in mind. I appreciate the years of hard work. Space Miner, what's going on? Yeah, I think it's been a while for you too. I haven't seen your name pop up in a while. Also, I haven't been on like I used to. I'm gonna try to get back on it. Right. Okay, Miss Lady. I see your picture. Mm-hmm. All right. You got to use Proton Mail. Man, I that's probably one of the ones I don't have. I also have Bad Wolf unincorporated at yahoo.com. So Lena, you can use that one too. Um, I've got Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo. I think I even do have a Proton somewhere, but I don't think I even really use it. But yeah, they fried my other one, and one of the other ones that people said has been bouncing. So I'm not avoiding you. My boxes are not full. Okay, one of them was. It took me. I'm not even going to say how long it took me. I deleted everything in a box in one of my emails, so it should be okay now. But yeah, there was hundreds of thousands of emails in there. Um, yeah, it was a lot. So, damn, Yahoo mails. Oh yeah, I know. I got a. I think I have an MSN. I got a Gmail. I got a Hotmail. I got like probably like 5 Yahoo. Um, like I said, nothing really changes over here until I need to. So I'll have to look into Proton, getting a new one or firing up one of those. Proton Mail is the way to go. All right. Okay, Miss Lady, you got it. Goodness. Piece of the Bad Wolf. What's going on, Beard Gang? It's crazy. Here I am, going to be 50 in a couple weeks, and I think just finally now my beard is finally grown all in where I could grow it out and not look like I'm 23 with pieces missing. But I've never seen it fully grown out, and I don't know if it'll look luxurious because my family has a whole bunch of mix in our family. We've got Creole, Apache, Cherokee, white, French, African, of course, and some others. So when my hair does grow out, it'd be like wild, man, and different colors. And I don't know. I don't know. But for you, those of you who can grow out a good beard, I respect that. Ditch Google. Yeah, Google be they're the overseers of, they work hand in hand with the forces out there of darkness. So sometimes if you can't beat them, you join them, and other times run like hell. Yeah. Happy 50th. Okay. The wholeness of fall. Appreciate you, Miss Lady. See you guys out there. For those people who do have services that can be utilized and that benefit or similar to that which we talk about here, don't forget to get at me, because in August we're going to be doing another live Zoom conference where people who have specialities in how to like do certain processes, make people's lives easier, healthier foods, mind state, whatever. I'm gonna start to try to incorporate those kind of shows, and those are, you do have to get tickets for those. The people who are going to be in it hosting, it's going to be free for them. We'll keep everything pretty low cost, and we're just going to make everything private. So if you do have something, get at me, and we'll see about getting you in the show. Everybody, including myself, I'll be advertising for it. But if you're going to be an active member, you need to also advertise on your platforms or whatever else as well. Cross advertising does not hurt. I'd love to catch a video about navigating the social complexities of the brainwashed civil servants and how to get mean lady behind the counter to do stuff. Well, there are actually laws in place because remember, they are trustees. So I do have some videos on dealing. I think you look up on YouTube how to deal with public servants or public trustees, bad wolf. We do have some, I think we did mention a couple of the codes that you can use with them. Some of the methods are, if they don't do it, talk to their boss. Boss doesn't do it, find out that boss's boss. If they don't do it, report it to the attorney general. Attorney generals and some DAs have said, we don't work for the people. Okay, even though that's a lie, you do work for the people, because your job is to make sure that the people underneath you are doing their job. And if they're not, then we sue them, and then we sue you as well. And then we bring in the secretary, the OIG, Office of Internal General, the OIG, yeah, or else we talk to the United States Attorney General, and we go above their helmet. Now, that's what I call backstepping, and I don't like to have to backstep, but that's what some of these pompous public servants like to think that they have the ability to do, is to deny you service. Unless they can prove that you're doing something illegal, prove you're doing something illegal, they are to do their job. Right, Monday works. I was going to wait until May, laughing out loud. You could. I mean, you could wait till May. I could set you up for May. You haven't officially booked you, so you can wait till May if you wanted and get whatever day of the week that's open for that. That was weird. It's a weird noise. Or right now through April, just Monday. So it's up to you. Just let me know in the email. I'll work with you. I got you, Miss Lady. Hey, Wolf from Montrose Holloway. What's going on? Yes. Solar return. I don't like to use the word happy, because happy, in researching it, means happenings. It means you just want something to happen. So I like to say blessed. So blessed solar return. But I got you guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget to let me know in the comments section where you guys are hailing from. What republic, state, not state of. Keep that dirty language out of here. Mike, what's going on? Happy birthday, happy birthday, mate. Cheers. Cheers to you as well. Wish I was 50 again. Got 10 years on you. Wife B Day is the 23rd. Tell her happy birthday, and to you as well. I appreciate you. And I'm going to magically take off 7 or 8 years so you stay young. Real talk. Oh yeah, there is so much delusional shite out there. But they're using it because controversy, control, to convert and control, verse, the legal statute, and C, controversy. Controversy makes money. Controversy generates static in their system, which can be harnessed. They don't want us in merry time, true merry time. Okay, true merry time is everything is supposed to be cohesive and smooth. And maritime is their jurisdiction, but they don't want merry time in their own jurisdiction. They want controversy, which is also in their jurisdiction. Merry time means everybody's getting along, everything is copacetic and smooth. They don't want that. They want wavy waters. They want wavy a stock market because they make money on that. They don't want it smooth. Nobody makes any money when it's smooth. You see what I'm saying now? So they got these influences out here and their agendas all based on, let's feminize men, and men are incompetent. Let's masculinize women. Being women and feminine is not good enough. Let's masculinize them. Now, everybody should have a healthy balance. Some people may not like what I say on here, so I'll keep it to a low degree and say that if you want more of how I think on those things, check me out on my other YouTube channel, Bad Wolf Unrestricted, because I go all in. I don't really give no F's over there. I try to be cool over here. All right. But for real, like, I'm not afraid to say it. Keeping it 100. What's going on, territorialism? What's up, fam? I see you. Black don't crack. Well, I'm almond, so I'll have to figure out one for almond color because, technically, I've only seen a handful of people who are actually black, like my shirt. Most of us are like almond, mocha, frappe latte. But some is black as hell. Okay, so the seminar's on the 10th. It's a Sunday, and it's on the 10th. It's Sunday the 10th at 5:00. The way it looks, though, is that it could be either day, but the actual time is going to be on the 10th. It's just the way the stupid Zoom system, they haven't quite perfected it yet. They just added that feature on there. So it's a little goofy. Chris, Grand Rising, brother. Grand Rising to you. Happy Earth Day. It's another good way of looking at it. Welcome to Half of 100 Club. Yes. For a mountain, I am a baby. For a head of lettuce, I am ancient. So I appreciate that. That goes to battle with the family. Once again, I'm taking a mini break from that, trying to stay in the loop. I have beaten them twice, once from my state and then once from my state, but battling them in California. Right now, it's the court system directly that I'm battling. All right, this is what I was mentioning in the video I just made on that, telling people the honest truth of what it is, what I've gone through, what I'm still going through, even up to date. Miss Pike, mean lady behind the window, hates me, but now with a big smile. They don't like their own laws being used against them. No, they don't like a taste of their own medicine, so to speak. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. I would attempt to get them with kindness at first. Go in there, be nice, and say, hey, if you can't file it underneath this, I understand it. But every office, municipality, they always have an other section. Can you file this under other? Can you at least stamp it and give it back to me? And then, if they get a little jazzy, just say, well, then, if you're not going to handle this on behalf of an American, who you work for because you provide services for the public, well, then that sounds kind of treasonous. Didn't you take an oath of office into the Constitution? No. Well, under federal code, blah blah blah, this would be considered this or that, and give it to them. But you know, try to be nice, never be a belligerent or combatant, and then just ask them who their boss is, and then ask them who their boss is, and go up the ladder. And then if you have to, file a lawsuit. It don't take but a couple $100 to file a lawsuit. File a lawsuit on them. Yeah, a lot of these places are horrible because they're so used to. See, remember, they were in their minds, they work for their boss, not you. And they only do things for U.S. citizens, not you as a national. That's how they see things. Now, some of them have come to me and shared a lot of very valuable pieces of information. We won't go into all of that here because I know like certain agencies like to watch my videos. But understand that the way it really works to those public persons is that you work for we the people. You work for us in our capacity as nationals, especially as U.S. citizens. We are then equals to you. So sometimes what you have to in a nice way, inform the person across the table from you behind the plexiglass, is that, hey, I'm a private citizen, and I'm speaking to you as a private citizen. That instantly tells the ones who are who knows the game, that you're not in public capacity where they think you are no better than them. Actually, they think you're less than them as a U.S. citizen, believe it or not. And they're amongst their ranks. Blessed, be less though. Well, so that could be true. I have not looked up the etymology of that word, but for me, the only thing above me is God. So I will always be less than God. All right. So high on my mountain, but less than God. So still yet I will be blessed. Jay, it's awesome. You use certain words and then you break them down. That if the definition orange and the father you did was on fire. Oh yeah, the one on father. Yeah, that was remember. Okay, so there's a good book. I think it's called Spelling Magic, where it tells you, because remember, most of these people, they use cabal and archaic ritualistic things that come from the spell casting days, using words. Even me talking right now, I'm casting spells. The people that have heard my words, you've had a spell, but positive spell cast upon you. It can change your mind. It can make you more aggressive. I could change the tone of everything I'm saying right now in this broadcast. So when you hear words, it's a spell. You're converting energy from in your mind as a lowercase g God. You're creating, so you're the creditor. You are a lowercase g God, and you are then converting that energy into words. You're casting it out, and it's energy. So that's what spell work is. It's energy manipulation. So are words. So when they use their very similar to these words we see right here, they have a double or hidden meaning, and they have it written so in Black's Law Dictionary and whatever other books that they use. So, but ours, Webster and whatever else, are different. So that in itself is part of the trickery. I'm only as old as I feel. Yeah, that's it. The whole thing. I've been told for years I'm a very young, 40-some-year-old, whatever else. And same thing when I was in my 30s. 30s is still young though. 40s, you're starting, you knock on the door. Aztec, New Mexico, Four Corners area. I like that area actually. Appreciate you. Minnesotan. Melanated God. Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. Goddess. Sorry, goddess. Straight out of Georgia Republic. Yay, yay. What's going on, David? Appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. Good to see your faces. Happy Earth Day, Wolf. Thank you. Happy Earth Day to all those it applies to. Ohio. That's an Ohioan, right? Or is that Hoosier? No, I think that's Indiana. All right. All right. What else we got here? 10th. Meant the 10th. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Hell yes. Wisconsin, Mr. T9989. Wisconsin. Maritime. That's good. You're pretty deep in this, huh? Then that's correct. Sounds right. Keep going, man. You got a Zell? Yeah. Everything should be down below. Going across the bottom, including how to get tickets for the show on May 10th. All my goodies should be at the bottom. If not, just email me, badwolfunincorporated@yahoo.com. You know, because I'm old and I still use Yahoo. There's nothing wrong with being old. Let me tell you, back when I used to run the streets and I was a bad wolf, yeah, there's a lot of cats out here who were out there who ain't with us today. So I'm still here to tell the tale, to tell the story, and to help get some minds right and to help educate good people like you guys. But yeah, I done lost a lot of homies and a number of homettes out there as well. Like, so be careful out there. Michigan. Where are you on Cali? Me? I'm not in Cali right now. My son is out in Cali because of his, his biological mother who kidnapped him. You know, there's that, which is a felony in our state, to which the courts and other agencies aren't doing anything about it. And it's been reported to all the various agencies according to the Constitution and the codes that you're supposed to do in a case like this, but they don't seem to move real fast. So it's almost like either they're not helping or some of them out there are helping her to stay one step ahead of the law. So there's that. Can't wait to hear back from you via email. I think my question might interest you. Okay. So keep in mind that though people still do send me questions and via email, I do not answer all of them. I was getting between 200, 300, and 400 emails a day. I do not answer them. So I skim through. Some I may answer, some I may not. If you want dedicated, then you have to pay for it. It's just how it works. It takes way too many hours in the day answering all those emails. But yeah, if it's something of interest, then hit me up. Otherwise, that's why I do these where people can ask questions for free. And then I get to whatever I can. Otherwise, the Zoom conference, the first worldwide national Bad Wolf Zoom conference will be May 10th, and I will be answering questions then. So instead of a consultation, you're going to get the top of the 5 topics full blown out and ask questions. And then the next time I do another one, it'll be a different set of 5. So I'm always going to mix them up. So it won't be the same 5 next. It'll be different. And then sometimes the third one, I'll take some from here, some from this one, and make that. And then we'll repeat the rotation. Space Miner, appreciate you. Thank you for pointing that out. Everybody, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I already know we don't have 50 thumbs up out there, so let's get that up there. I don't mind sharing my time. I wish it was kind of like the Matrix where I could just, wirelessly send you guys all the stuff. Well, not everything I've been through. You don't want to see some of that, and some of that y'all may not be old enough to see. But send what I know to you guys just like that. Of course, I'm sure this broadcast would go down instantly if I could. Technical difficulties. Spelling. Yes, correct. Right now, Smithsonian, you would think you have learned. Well, that's because right now, Frog Dog, they're basically not afraid until you start hitting that pocket. So the moment you start, so like for me, you can win your cases. Like winning my cases, that ain't shit. Like on the state level, that I whoop that ass all day. That ass though. But where it actually makes the big difference is when you're suing them for money and you start throwing around numbers like, I'm going to get you for 1% of your gross income, or I'm going to go after certain people in their private capacity. That's when it starts to hurt. But generally, if anybody's doing right to travel or exerting their God-given inalienable rights, you need to start sending, and you can send them anonymously. You don't have to put your name on it. Just tell them, hey, I do right to travel. This is what it is. And I would send 2 to almost every institution out there. 2 to the police chief, 2 to the sheriff, 2 to the district attorney, 2 to the attorney general. You can send them anonymously. You don't have to put your address on there, and just tell them this is what I'm doing. These are my inalienable rights. And if I'm infringed upon, I will be suing. So this is your notice. Don't tread on me. Whatever, however you want to do it. Send one to the head person there, and then put another one to attention legal department. This is where a lot of people are messing up. You have not done that. See, when you send one to the chief of police and then one to the legal department, he may get it and toss it. Or he may get it and say, okay, we need to start training people on this. They're giving us the heads up. That's an administrative notice. But then when you send it to the legal department always has to go, well, we got to look at this and break it apart. And then they're going to go, so there's people doing right to travel or this or that, and we need to address how to deal with this before we get our pants sued the off of us. Because people are. The last 2 people that told me that did this, one told me they won 500,000, the other one said they won 1.5. People are getting it. But here's the thing. Here's what they also do. When those people win the money, a lot of times the courts or the state or the county or whoever, they're sweetening the deal by saying, well, we'll add on a little extra money if you sign this non-disclosure agreement. So a lot of these people are not coming forward because they want that extra money. Now, I can't tell you to say, hey, screw the extra money. Come on my show and blab what you did and whatever else. Because I'm not mad at you for getting your money. But you guys need to hear these words so you understand what the game is. Awesome words. Swords are swords, brother. Yeah, words are swords. Facts. So yeah, so I already beat them. It's now it's just dealing with the court. The last update that it says is that they're assigning a new judge. But yeah, you're entirely right with that, because I've said things that made them question. So finally got my foreign EIN. Okay, that's what's up. Depends on what you're doing. David. But if you got the EIN, you might as well use it. The only problem with the foreign EIN or the foreign grantors trust is that if whatever country that you've used when going to the bank, they generally make it a lot harder for you to open up a bank account with it because they want to see an ID from that country. Now, to me, that sounds kind of sketchy. I would like to see the law on that if you set up a business in another country or a trust or whatever else, that you have to have an ID from that country to do that. I could be wrong. But that's what the banks are screaming. Say, oh, we need an ID from that country. Or is that denial of your rights? Is there a law that says you can't have a trust or a business from another country? I don't think so. So what law says you have to then have an ID from that? So I can't own a business in Canada or a trust from Canada or in Canada. But yeah, I don't know what you have going on, but yeah, I would definitely use it. You can always create another business and make as many as you want. What's going on, Negus? You haven't missed a whole lot, but if you have, this video, as all of my lives are, brother, are on my YouTube channel under live playlist. You guys can always go back and rewatch any of them. A lot of people sleep on that because we do talk about a lot of stuff. Nothing major thus far, other than it's my birthday, brother man. And then just like on the banner says down below here, May 10th, I'm going to be having a live Zoom conference open to all nationals, private citizens only, or those people in non-public capacity at the time thereof, because I know I got some good friends out there who are police officers. So you guys are welcome in private capacity, because I know a lot of you guys like to ask me private questions. And don't worry, I will not ever give out anybody's information. I don't. Even some people email me with their full name, social, all that stuff. I don't look at any of that. I don't use it. I don't want none of it. So I just delete all that stuff. I don't keep nobody's private stuff like that. I don't want it on me. You know what I mean? I've been converting my units into silver and tangible metal last year to have the price. Well, do you prefer metals? No, rain, honey. All of those are good. My focus right now is the rail system for the new financial currency, because they're going to be getting rid of paper money. That's a fact. It's going to happen. I'm sorry if I hurt. Not sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings, but it's going to. So we might as well get in the way of it to make money. So my things are crypto, definitely, land, buying some land, investing where people are going to be building, or if they built the building, investing in like multifamily, multi-use properties. Metals are definitely good, especially silver and gold, to hold. They always accrue in value. Contracts, not a strong area for me. So I would tell you to diversify. Okay. If they somehow got your offspring's information, there's not too much you can do if they already have it. So it's mostly just use it. You could do age of majority and basically claim, I guess, ownership over it officially. But once they get your information, I mean, you could try to use right to deletion, or you could say that I would review the information first, and if you find that there are errors in it, you could say that there's fraudulent information on that particular document. And then now they're in a conundrum, we'll just say. Facts. They do, in fact, run on their own private, but remember that they are incorporated through the state. So they also they're a party to the state and to its UCC. So yeah, they don't really run on the CFR. My man, Nagus, I appreciate you, brother. And yeah, hell yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the Zoom. I'm pretty excited. I haven't done anything like this. I'm not big on marketing and advertising, so I've just been popping it up here and there. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's everything that people have been saying that they've wanted. A private session, and then just a focus on an issue, and then we just talk about that. So kind of like here, to be honest, but way more freedom in the private. Okay. So yes, hell yeah, brother. Happy Solar Return. What's going on, 57? 50 and free. Yeah. There's a lot of brothers and sisters right now that ain't free on all the levels. Well done. If you do win, yes, you could petition the court to be paid in gold and silver, but remember, they don't operate with it. So they may say that that's unreasonable. And then, of course, then they'll probably try to tax on a fee, to do that, because it's an extra service. And then with that amount of gold or silver, they're going to say, well, you need to hire security. So there's going to be some things. Okay. So it's almost better if you create a private tax exempt entity or trust to receive it, and then you move things around as you see fit. Now, I'm going to let you guys know something that I came across, and I can't tell you where I got it from, But when you research GOLD, allegedly educational information only, it triggers that search result to go somewhere. Now, as somebody who uses these words daily, I'm sure one of those data centers out there is dedicated just to me. They're like, yeah, we're just going to call this one the Bad Wolf, and let's just wire a direct line right to fiber right to his connection at his house. All right, let's see what else we got here. Happy birthday month to us. Okay, happy birthday to you as well. Appreciate your rad riddles. It's kind of a cool name. So I looked up how this idea affects you if you were on SSDI. So in talking to them, Bill, as long as you do not go to them and officially, and let me say this correctly, as long as you do not officially renounce and bring it to that department, which would be stupid, you're good. You collecting benefits of SSDI on the public side is a separate event than you being the living man and your rights and freedoms over there. Those are two separate things. A lot of you guys, and I'm not mad at you, it's a good question. A lot of you guys don't understand that you have to look at the event. You are entitled to have multiple events, private side and public. You could have 50 different public side tethers to your straw man over here, and you could have 10 or 15 or 1,000 over here in the private. They can only administrate what's in the public. If you have a problem in the private and you bring it to them, you've then made your private event, that one event, leaving all the other 99 over there, fine, into the public. Now they can administrate it. That's what's going on. Happy birthday. Thank you, Sorana. Excuse my errors, please. Oh, you're good. Hey, it's all good here. How do we find out about still getting Ron? I don't know if Ron Gibson's estate, if they're still producing the book, it would make sense that they would. If you call or email us old information and nobody answers, I will say this, and God rest Ron's soul, no disrespect to Ron's estate. They haven't reached out to me to continue the book deal. So I cannot just, do things without that. I really miss that. I didn't get a chance to call Ron back the last time he called me. Man, I hate that. But I'll say this. I have been informed, and I have also found, just like a lot of people can find a lot of my stuff out there now too. It is what it is. If you guys want to support me directly, thank you for that. And if not, hey, I get it. Times are tough. Money is this, that, and the other. Okay, I get it. But I have found that at least one version of Ron's book is out there for free. So I would like to think that, he would want it that way. I know, like, should I pass away or when? No, that, no time soon, Father, that I would want my stuff out there to benefit everybody, so, but yeah, if you search around, I would say Google search his book, look up the name and see if you can find it out there. I am on SSDI due to a back injury, and I want to do the no license thing, but if I give up my citizenship, I do have to surrender. Okay, so no. So Bill, you are not going to renounce your citizenship. That is a trap. Citizenship, nationality. Those are two separate things. You have both. They cannot both be used at the same time in the same event. They can use many different times in many different events. Okay. So when you do right to travel, which is optional, all you're saying is that in the moment of doing right to travel, I'm using my private side, my private name, my vehicle's made private, it's owned privately, and I have my own private plates done to the state's recommendations or codes. That's all you're doing. You're not giving up anything. And no, you don't have to surrender your SSDI. Not at all. Matter of fact, surprisingly, I actually had a police officer ask me if he could do right to travel in his vehicle. I don't know if he's going to do it, but I said you can do it with your private vehicle, not with the cruiser, of course, because that's a commercial vehicle for generating compensation income, rather, especially on the roads. Big John 420. Um, yeah, I'm doing a lot better. If I was to be honest, my dealing with putting out a lot of these complicated fires on a daily basis for people takes a toll. That's why I couldn't be a lawyer, because keeping up with what clientele I have now. We have a 95% success rate. And your mental health. Let's, we're grown here. It's something we couldn't talk about when we were kids, but as a grown man, more ish modern man, um, yeah, it takes a toll. So I like to chill out every once in a while, take a couple of months off in December, take one off for my birthday, refresh, let all the cases and codes and everything just kind of, blah out of my thoughts and whatever else. Family's pretty good. The biggest thing family wise is just, the ongoing battle with my son right now. And that is going to be the bane of my existence, and, for the next couple of years, depending on what we can get done. But other than that, I'm holding up pretty well, even through that. It definitely sucks, but, like anybody else, you have your downtime where it hits you harder, birthdays, holidays, things of that nature. But I'm also a God fearing person and spiritual. So those people, I believe, who do evil things to you will get it in return. So whether the law's on my side or not, it is what it is. And ultimately, I see an ultimate win. Is that when he gets to be of age and he actually realizes his power, that I'm sure he's going to want to find me and get back to me. And then there's some other things I don't want to give away too much. But yeah, there's some things in motion for little Miss Evil. So, but John, I appreciate you. Thank you, Universal Divine. Yes, yes, I stand with you. Happy birthday, James. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Yes, yes, we need to talk to Bruce Wayne and have a truly encrypted internet. Now, we're going to call this education. Okay, so education time, entertainment. Okay, none of this part is real. All of this is entertainment. Be entertained, informational purposes. Do your own research. Well, I may or may not know that there are private internets. Okay. Um, from my education, and I'm just a madman in a box, so don't believe everything I say. Do your own research. Remember, the internet started as everything was dot mil, okay, for military. So the internet was completely private and unknown, and you could only access it with certain people with certain access levels, we'll just say. And a guy I knew a long time ago, his mother had that. All right. So it was pretty cool. My mother used to work on certain databases. Okay. She actually helped to write code and things of that. She's one of the first females of color to ever be involved with the internet, writing code, and fixing database problems for large companies and certain other things, we'll just say. All right. So, yes, if we could get our own internet, it would be cool. But day one, there are everything that you guys see right now, there's a group that certain other groups put into place, paid for, and financed. When you see people like these, I'm not going to point out any specifically the person, but when you see certain things like a whole bunch of like in the 80s sisters talking about F my baby daddy, I can just use the government system for welfare, or everybody rocking the same ring in their nose and blue hair, or whatever. You get where I'm going with this. Those initial groups were funded. Just like when you look underneath my videos and you see sovereign citizen movement, which we are totally against citizens operating completely sovereign, because citizens, even though it's an oxymoron, belong to the civil side and the public. We're only talking about stuff for nationals here, our rights and freedoms under the Constitution. So there are think tanks that work to study, infiltrate, and if they need to, promote bad people out there. Yes, I'm not going to mention names. I'm just going to tell you, some of you guys right now know the names of certain YouTube channels that are being promoted, and their sponsors have been flipped to be agents for the very people that they used to talk about. They've been flipped. And they are being promoted. You guys ever wonder how come my channel after all these years isn't over 100 or 250,000 people or more with this fire information? It's because it's being shadow banned. This is just real. Understand, this is what I was going to go into. I was going to go into intelligence for the government. Okay, this is what I was going to do, to learn these things. So I may not have access to all the equipment and things I would have. I still know the premise. I went to school for engineering and school and all kind of different things, and self-taught and a lot. So they have focus groups and think tanks that do these things to promote or de-promote. It's all part of the game. It's a big ass chessboard, and you have to know your piece and how to play the game. John Wick, what's going on, brother? You a bad mamma jamma. I've seen your movies. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate you. Can you change your your status without a passport and it be legal in court? So Charity, you under 8 USC 1401A or 8 USC 1101A 22A and B have citizenship and nationality. Nobody can give it to you. Nobody can grant it to you, and nobody generally can take it from you. Now, the old ways of, and remember, when you describe yourself as a living person, that is a standing. When you talk about the legal person, which is a juridical person, that which was made in the jurisdiction of the legal public commercial side or hemisphere, that has a status. Dead things have a status. Okay. You have both that you can use. One is a God-given born right, liberty, and freedom, and the other one as a status, statute, membership to the public. So you don't need to do any of that stuff. However, when dealing with the court, they're only going to generally recognize you as a U.S. citizen unless you know how to properly claim the other. Okay. And you don't need, the passport doesn't change your status or your standing. It declares it when done properly. It can either declare that you're one or the other or both. Okay, they lean it that direction. If you look and read in the front of the book of the passport, it proves what I'm saying is factual, because it says the Secretary of State of the United States of America hereby requests all whom it may concern to permit the citizen / national of the United States named herein to pass without delay or hindrance, or in the case of need to give all lawful aid and protection. So that little message right there, for people having problems with the gatekeepers at the county clerks and whatever else not helping you out or doing what they're supposed to do, bring your passport and say, per the United States of America, right here, you're supposed to aid me in your in any lawful activity. So you have both already. You can create your own affidavit or declaration of status. In the old days, people would draft one of those up and mail it to the Supreme Court, or the Department of State, so they know how you're operating. Remember, guys, the things that I'm telling you, even though I know the Department of State watches my video, so hello to the Department of State and the other agencies that watch these videos, they don't know what we're teaching. So at first, they see me and my information, and they're like, oh, look at this whack job here. And then they talk it over with their legal department. And their legal departments know he's actually right. And then that's when they've made positive changes and, you know, some negative changes in other places. But the government doesn't actively sit down and investigate the states and the municipalities unless we bring that event or problem or deprivation of rights or denial of rights and privileges under 8 U.S.C. 1503 to them. Until we, the people, bring it to them. The government's not there to investigate things because they're bored. Matter of fact, some of the government's getting kickbacks from them, so they're not going to look all that deeply into it. That's why I've said it in many videos. I authorize the government on my behalf to investigate people doing criminal things in the court systems against me and my family. Boom, there it is. I authorize on behalf of the United States of America and all nationals and state citizens out there within the power invested in me that our government and anybody in it who watches this video to openly investigate anywhere where there is corruption, including themselves, and to do the right American thing on behalf of we, the people. We have to authorize them to get involved. They know they got me hooked for now, but oh yeah, keep giving them jabs. Just keep doing it. Yeah, they are. They're also called Nisi Prius, Big John. They're also called Nisi Prius, which means contract courts for corporations, legal persons, legal entities, and things of that nature. Yep. But see, they're not. The government basically hired these lower courts to do what they're doing. It's in the damn it, I can't think of where to find it, but it's either in the executive orders or something of Congress where long time ago they basically hired them to take the brunt of cases, especially for U.S. citizens and some national things, to help keep the federal courts and higher from being convoluted. Okay. So yeah, the lower courts, that's exactly what they are. And if you really want to know the legality of it, though they are there with the permission of the government, they are in fact in the American family, in our bubble. They're in our bubble, but they're like somebody from another country who speaks their own language, but also English or muddled English, who married into your family. So they're allowed to be at the barbecue, but we didn't grow up with them. And now at the family barbecue, there's more of, by appearance and t-shirts, more of them than the original family. That's what's going on. It's the best way I can describe it. Mansa, appreciate you, 2030 out there. I appreciate you. I'll be seeing you doing your work. Because when I'm in my automobile, I should know my. Okay, so if you're doing right to travel, then yes, your own private ID, your own passport are good. If your vehicle is still registered to them and you have their plates on, then you have to show them a driver's license because you've registered, you've recited to being a member of theirs with their stuff. Big John, I appreciate you. It is very this work is, and I thank you guys for your help with the things I do, and I thank you guys for your prayers for me and mine. The work itself is exhausting, and daily exhaustion, when, you know, if I had to be on, once again, real and personal, I've told you guys I don't hide any of that from day one. You know, my son's room, which is right next door to here where I film, hasn't changed, you know, since he left. Not one Lego, not one, his Xbox hasn't been turned on. It's all just sitting there, and I keep the door open to remind me, you know, to fight for him, to not give up, and to keep putting out, even with that and him being missing as a sacrifice, to keep putting out the information for you guys, because that's what they don't want me to do. So, what school, if you're going to sign up for a trade? Well, what that means, PWR22, is that when you go to school, you are temporarily, upon stepping foot on their premise, reciting to be underneath their general jurisdiction. You're a member of theirs, just like going to work. When you go into work, you get that employee name and number. It's the same thing, except for when you leave your house, and some police don't understand this, and the courts don't want you to learn this, is that when you leave your house, you're really actually a national. But when you jump into your car, you're then a U.S. citizen. And then when you talk to police officers, show them your driver's license. Well, that's for a U.S. citizen. So then you are that U.S. citizen in that moment. But really, anytime that you're not actively promoting that you're a U.S. citizen, you are, all of us are back to being national. Arkansans, Wisconsinites, Floridians, Californians, New Yorkers, Illinois, whatever. You guys get it. So you're back there. What's going on, Renita 8019? Happy birthday to me. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. All love, cuz. Let's see. Happy birthday. Happy born on date. Thank you, brother man. Appreciate all of you guys. Oh, well, and here's the thing. Now, I have to be kind of careful here a little bit. So once again, education. The real people who pull the strings, the real powerhouses, are so far over the Soroses and the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers and Soros, they educationally speaking, my own thoughts and, you know, whatever craziness. Madman in a little blue box right there. Y'all like my new Bad Wolf Unincorporated sign over here? Y'all like that? What y'all think about that? It does light up, but I don't know if it'll look right with let's try it. Bam. But those people are like mid-level. When you look at the big story of what's really going on, the families that really move things, the entities, the corporations, the whatever, when you look at the big picture, if you even know their name, they're not high enough on the list. That's all I'm going to tell you. But yes, they be making things move too. Is there a part 2 to the baby monster story? No, there's not a part 2 yet. Everything I told you guys is up to date. My son is it's been 4 years. 4 years at this point in time. And you guys are all up to date. The part 2 will come as I figure out how to deal with the courts, and I'm probably gonna even pay counsel and see what they have to say and decide how I'm going to move. But yeah, there's no part 2 right now, but there will be a part 2. There will be a part 2. Thank you for the birthday. One more on the birth certificate, please. Technically, the birth certificate just has my last name. My name, what hospitals, what Cheppy says it's legit though. Can this be? Yeah. Any document made by either you or the hospital or the state, they're all legit from their perspective. You making your own is the most legit. You have the most authority. Your parents making one over you has the most authority. Then comes the hospital with the baby footprint. And then the next one is the certificate of live birth. And then the last undesirable, especially seeing how, because we don't know how to pull the credit from it thus far, is the state of birth certificate. All of those are not the same thing. Okay. But on the top of it, it generally will tell you what it is. If your document doesn't have, if it says like certificate of or state of, if it doesn't have any living information, birth weight, date, time, eye color, hair color, appendages, mom and dad's written name, mom and dad's signature name, doctor's signature name, it's not a living one. The one provided from the state that comes on portrait form is their formats, their jurisdiction. Usually it's like a green color, dry as shit. Okay, very little information. The living ones generally come on documents that are landscaped. This is the American way. Okay. If you're not sure, we can do a consultation. I can take a quick look at it, but it usually says it in the name. And if there's no living information, like things that are tangible only to living creatures, hair, eye color. See, they can't do that with the state created one because they're creating a legal juridical person, a business trust, an entity for you to operate. James C. Lovett, that's not this is James C. Lovett, the birth document issued from the state in all capitalized letters. That's the legal person. It is the legal person. James Charles, let's say, of the House of Lovett, or James C. Lovett, okay, has the same spelling as the legal person's name. That's a form of joinder. That's transmuting the given name. So there's a James C. Lovett given name that's private, and then they transmuted it. And you can see this because it says it on the Social Security Administration Palms Manual. I did a video on it. It says we transmute the given name. They're taking your given private name and they're making a copy of it, a doppelganger, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde version of it, and they're making a legal person that's not a living person, but that which has the form of a man but is not living. That is your name in all capitalized letters. The all capitalized lettering is typography. What does it look like? And by that use of typography or capitalization in the books that the states use, because the document, the birth certificate was made by the state, that typography in the states are operating under the UCC. Don't believe me? Google it. Search. Are the states operating under the UCC? It'll say yes. Boom. If the states are operating under the UCC, then the UCC, when you read their book under UCC 1-201, it under conspicuous format, it says that the use of capitalization like that is commercial. So that's public side stuff. Should we be signing the passport as with a beneficiary signature? You can. You definitely can. Remember, you can put your own code in if you do it properly to their standard on there. That means you're a national as well. Happy birthday month. Thank you, Miss Lady. I appreciate you out there. All right, all right. We've got a new member, Sprinkle777, aka Chalet. Okay, hopefully I said that right. So appreciate you for coming on board. Appreciate you. It is always fascinating to me when somebody new comes on board, because though this information is for everybody out there, And I know you guys get it now, but remember the first day. Go back in your mind and remember, put yourself in a position where you remember the first day where you heard about any of this and how crazy that shit sounded. I do. I call all the people who talk like me now, I call them crazy and traitors. Oh, what's going on, Sprinkle? I appreciate you. Hello to you, Miss Lady, once again. Thank you. Thank you. So it is always fascinating to me that people go, this guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Because I don't wear suits and ties on my show. A lot of people are like, well, you'd get more credibility if you wore a suit and tie. I'm just saying. Well, sorry, that's not really me. I save that bullshit when I go to the bank. And now that they know who I am at the bank, they're just like falling over themselves when I walk in. So I don't even wear that then. All right. I don't even have a suit anymore. I think I got rid of all of them. Unless it's a going out suit. I appreciate the clarity on the question. It makes more sense to me now that I have the question. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So like I said, when you hear the truth, happy cupcake day. Hey, you gonna cook me a cupcake? I see you can cook, says Lita, cook you for R. So I'll take some cupcakes. Hey. When you hear the truth, something inside of you just resonates with it. You're like, okay, that makes sense. Because see, a lot of times when I was fighting these things, I couldn't understand how all of this could intertwine and still be okay. How can you be public and private? How could you have, it doesn't make sense. How can we have these state laws in the Constitution? Because they ain't saying the same damn things. And then you understand that, no, you're switching jurisdictions. It's within you. How you present yourself switches the jurisdiction, or how you allow them to re-present yourself. That's why they want to re-present you in court. A living man is present. When they're talking about the dead thing, the legal version of you, your Dr. Jekyll side, they have to re-present that thing. That's why you can't talk when you're there. They're representing the little piece of paper that presents you. They're saying, well, this is in my court videos on james11.com. I'll give you guys a little smidge of what's the good stuff in the videos. So when you're in court, you're there basically as a trustee. You're not even in your right capacity walking in there. And there's certain things you can do before you even get there to ensure that you're not doing those things. You don't know how to play the games. That's why they consider you to be incompetent. And then even though you don't have your correct document there to state certain things, they're just like, well, he's here, she's here. They're the legal thing. There's no separation between them. That's how they look at it in their world, because you haven't shown that there's a distinction. If I bought Nike right now and I walk in, I'm like, yep, I'm Mr. Nike. I'm motherfucking Nike himself. Nike. Then I'm taking the brunt of that corporation on myself. But I'm not Nike. Nike's a whole ass separate LLC or whatever, however they formed it. So I'm protected and separate from it. The owner of Nike, what, Phil Knight or whoever used to be or is now, I don't even know. Those are Phil Knight, when he was him, is separate than Nike. There's only so much they can do to Nike or Phil, depending on what has occurred. He's ultimately responsible because he created the entity. So when you go to court, they're saying you created the entity, but you're not smart enough to control it. So I'm going to control you because I've been bestowed upon me the powers to control any estate that's a legal person created within our physical jurisdiction. Even though I don't own everything in that same area, I control that which resonates with me. If I join a gang and I rock blue and black or yellow and red or red and black, whatever, I'm saying I belong to them as a membership, whoever the leader of that gang is. That's all that they're saying about the public. May I ask a question? Have you heard of the 1040 V process, and is it worth it? Just a simple yes or no. Grateful. I have heard of yes. Have I done it? No. So can I tell you that it's worth it? No, I cannot. Um, I will say that nobody has proven to me that the process works 100% and that there won't be any kickback to it or being arrested. Okay. I have heard some negative things that have happened to people who have done that process, so I do not condone that. That doesn't mean that there is not some truth to it, but do more research before doing anything. I do not trust a large chunk of gurus in this field, in all honesty. All right, so I'm an Aries now. I've been claimed and branded. All right. Like I said, I'm running the edge of Aries and Taurus, but like I said, I think now I'm supposed to be considered an Aries, which is funny because I do play video games and I just changed my guy's name to Aries. So am I the Wolf of War or the War Wolf? Well, I didn't wage the war on them. They waged the war on me and all of you guys. So hey, I used to get bullied a lot in social media in general. I just wanted to know that I would love to subscribe and become a fan. Yeah, when I was a kid, man, I was bullied every day. It was so rough. Um, it was like, I mean, most of us were all bullied. Like I didn't come into this until basically right about now. Um, I would say college. College, I started to get right, but yeah, and I still get bothered and bullied by the agencies and certain enforcement and certain other armchair YouTube gurus out there on their platforms. I could go down the line and blast every one of them. But why? I'm not 12. I'm not going to play in the sandbox with devils, dogs, and demons because then you only get dirty. They're not worth my time. They can put a piece of me in their mouth all they like. I'm not going to do the same for them. So it is what it is. You just take it with a grain of salt. But I do understand now where people talk about celebrity skin and getting that. Like when I first started my channel, man, I was attacked left and right. And my channel was shut down. I had all that happen. And then suddenly, like, I would read those things, I mean, all the names I got called and whatever. I was like, yeah, okay. Oh no, tear gone, sad no more. So you just, you know, let leave it alone. Just keep it moving. Don't give them no attention. Don't respond to it. Don't party with it. All right. 7480 says, thank you for all your wisdom, sir. Well, good lady. I appreciate you for appreciating me and appreciating the wisdom. Because like I said, I've lived this. And so some of this is for my son, and some of this is for you and you and you and you. Take from it, learn from it, research it, do your own research, come to your own conclusions. But I appreciate you guys that appreciate all this. So we got about 10 or 12 more minutes, and then I'm going to jump off and get some food. For people wondering, once again, what is this mysterious blue drink? I consult with your doctor before doing anything. This is not a, this is nothing prescribed. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Do your own research, but consult with your doctor first before doing anything. This is methylene blue. If you know about it, you know about it. There's an appropriate way to use this for certain things. This will be something I would talk more about in the private Zoom conference or conferences we have coming up. So, like I said, certain things like this, guys, we have to say. I mean, I know some other people on YouTube have talked about it, but they're a little bit more sensitive to me and my channel. So, do your own research. It has certain uses. But like I said, all the stuff that you guys go talk about it, Wolf, the things that they consider to be really private, especially when they watch people like me, you have to take it private. They want us private, let's go private. So join me in the Zoom conferences. I just added that page to Black Site 32. So blacksite32.com/Zoom conferences will take you right there. It's a brand new page. It will stay up as long as I do this forever. And check back from time to time. If there is a Zoom posted in there, you at any point in time can buy tickets until the room is full. Okay. And I'm going to keep that up and running. So you want the one next month? You want the one in August? I may put an open house one where we talk about certain things like this and whatever else. So I may add a third one. And if there's 10 people in there, then there's 10 people. If there's the most we can have is 300. Okay. I highly doubt we're going to reach anywhere even near 100. But if it gets there, cool. If not, it doesn't. Like I said, it's for the people who want it. You know, I may record those and then, you know, have those available later on for people who want to purchase those as well. So we'll see. I don't know yet. Like I said, this is all still new. I'm just trying to expand and give people more of what they want and get out things that I want to say. How do you get the plates not registered with the DMV? So in certain states, like California, you can get private, what are they called there? They're either called like non-driver plates or they're called non-state plates. They have them. I had a, but understand that they don't like to issue them, and not every state has those. So if you're talking about truly private plates, those you have to make yourself. I think I used customplates.com or yeah, I think it's customplates.com. You can go to any one of them that makes novelty plates and put your factual information on them. But remember, you have to do all of the things in the right to travel videos, and you can check out those videos. And if you're new here, this is your first time getting started, and you want to know like the beginning foundation blocks, let's say like for Bill, or you know, one of the other people, go to my YouTube channel, click on the courses tab, and then watch Getting Started. That'll teach you the beginning stuff and bring you up to present day in those 8 or 9 or 10 videos. It won't give you all the information, but it's going to give you the foundation you need to start overstanding what's going on in here, how to move forward, know who and what you are, know about the different sides, and then you can start to understand that they're doing this everywhere around the world. So watch those Getting Started course videos. There's also a Right to Travel course set. That one's a little lengthy because there's a lot more videos in there. You don't have to watch all of them, but watch a majority of the Right to Travel if you're going to do it. It's not, you do not have to do Right to Travel. It is optional. And I'm not going to lie to you. Someplace, some point, sometime, you will probably be challenged on it because not every cop out there understands it. Some don't like it, and some know exactly what it is. Matter of fact, we had a number of cops say they get it. They know what it is. They've been educated now on it. Good. Your paperwork is good. So boom, I was right. I told you guys, you have to have your binders. You got to have it all right. I'm in Cali. I'll help you find him. I know where he is. I finally do. If I didn't mention that in the video, I know exactly where he is. I mean, she could move again. But I know enough that, let's just say I've got things in place that even if she moved, I would know where she's going to move for legal reasons. But it's a sticky gray area, like, just, you have to be careful, because if I do the wrong thing, she can use that against me. So I have to be very patient, very methodical, and very careful in walking across, because she is being helped by some agency or individuals, will just say. Can't put all the goodies on the public side because they watch. Well, that's good enough for now. All right. Same thing with going to a school online. Anytime they ask you to register, you guys have to learn this, okay? When you guys see the letters RE before something, it means to switch or change your power, your position, your status, or your standing. Something's going on. To register, to record, to prove residence. All of those things mean something is switching. Some switch is occurring. They never wanted you guys to know any of this. It took me years to figure out all this shit. I pray in the name of the Most High that you are right and for that to occur. That would be a blessing. And from every lesson can come a blessing. You just have to have eyes for it. So, ens legis in law. Yes, it is a creature in law. So the straw man, which really should be called a business trust. Essentially, that's what they created. They created a business trust and they gave it to you to operate it, to do public things. The public side is just a membership. It's like joining a gang or the Boy Scouts or whatever else. You're joining something. When you join something, they got to give you your membership papers. And where was it created? Who are they the creators of? Their own private law. Their private law is so big, it's called the public. So in fact, yes, the straw man is an ens legis, that which has the form of a man, but it's not living. And it's a member of theirs. You created this golem with clay from my backyard. If you come over to my house, well, my girl will be furious. I'd be sleeping outside. And you use clay to create a lemonade stand, and then you became a multi-billionaire. As long as you keep using that clay from my backyard, I have a right to participate, to engage with it, and to be paid from it. That's what the legal person is. Darling kid, what's going on, Miss Lady? Look like you relaxed in your picture. I'll see you though. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate you. I'm just teasing with you, but yeah, you look like you're comfortable, relaxed. I appreciate that. I simply sign everything without recourse. Without recourse is good, or your name, comma, beneficiary, ARR for all rights reserved. UCC 1-308 is also good. You could also put comma, the living man or the living woman. They hate all of that. You could also use quantum syntax grammar by going colon sprinkle colon 77 dash, Kaylee, okay, or Chaylee, however, sorry if that's a larger name. You could also put your first and middle name, say like me, James Charles, space of the House of Lovett or the Lovett Nation. That is your given name as a Native American and tribal person, because real Native Americans don't have last names. We're savage. Savage just means you operate in the private under your own laws and rules by God and self-created, not theirs. So don't let them fool you with the word savage. Okay? But yeah, any kind of way you sign something like that, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. What's going on, lady? 2005. Hi there. Hey there. How are you doing? Well, see, anytime you're not speaking devil, if you grow up speaking devilese, anything not then devil does in fact sound crazy. I can speak Greek, I can speak French, I can speak Spanish, I can speak some Russian, I can speak some German. If I start speaking to most of you guys, you're not going to know what the hell I'm saying. It's going to sound like gibberish. Most of you guys are going to tune out and be like, oh, the Wolfden lost his mind. Click. So yeah. And here's the thing. This is not a movement. And if I said that, I should really apologize. Being a national or a state citizen is not a movement. It was the foundation. It's still here. It's like not knowing you had a collector Corvette in your garage. The judges you talk to will normally laugh and downplay it, and police officers, because they don't know about it. Well, the police don't know about it. The judges absolutely know about it. And you need to know how to invoke it. If not, you come in there looking like a member of theirs, but everything they're doing, the foundation of what they're doing, the true foundation under what they're doing is the Constitution, supporting all of everything that they're doing. So you have the Republic, we the people, Floridians, New Yorkers, Arkansans, Californians, Wisconsinites, Illinoisans, Minnesotans. That is the foundation. They put their business on top of it and then call it the state of whatever, municipality, police station, blah, 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 the courthouse of what. They're doing it all on top of our shit while ignoring the foundation. They're like baby demons in their own little rooms, and they run them because it's their room. But the foundation is ours, and they still have to respect what we have going on with the Constitution, common law, private law, all of that. If you know how to invoke it properly. If not, you sound crazy. So they want you to know how to speak their language. This is one of the reasons why when people go, Wolf, I don't like it that you said American national is not a thing, because the word American national in their world does not exist at all. In the private world, it exists because you use it, but it's never been codified, numbered, and defined anywhere. Not those words together as one word. It's never been done. Same thing with sovereign citizen. It has no standing in law. There's no code written on it. It doesn't exist. It is an oxymoron that they use to downplay anybody not speaking their devil language or their legalese. So there's a public and a private. There's a national and a U.S. citizen. There's real English, and then there's legalese English. Right down the middle. And what they've been doing to us is, let's just take what you're doing over here and squish it into our world, because that's energy. And then we're so like, yeah, okay, here we are. Yeah, I guess I got to register to vote, got to register to get my bank account, got to register my car, got to register my kids. And we forgot or don't know, because years have gone on where the old people who've died off, who knew this, died off. We didn't know what they meant when they said they're coming for your land. We didn't know what they were talking about. We didn't. And then meanwhile, the devils were doing this around our everything. And we forgot about or never knew. I shouldn't say we never knew. We knew, but we didn't give it any power, which is the power, because we gave it power, and we stand over the power, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence. If you guys have not read these, this is why you don't know why you are superior. And they don't want you to read these. You can get these free online. You can read them online. I bought those from Amazon. They don't want you to know what's going on. So yeah, we sound crazy. I appreciate you, Sprinkle, as well. I've always told people it is a good thing to look at many different people. That's how I got here. I've been scammed. I've been ripped off before. I've bought people's crappy little packages and all these things to learn until I finally knew it for myself. And then I bought my own books, did my own research. Chat GPT is a great tool, but it is geared towards the beast, and it speaks their language. Even today, when I was running through, even with my script, it was fighting me on the things on certain keywords. It shouldn't do that. That means some programmer out there keyed it to speak that commercial, public, legal, not legal level, but legal ease language. All right. So let's see. We'll get in a couple more, and then I'm going to jump off. It's time to eat. Yes, I recorded, but I already got my ticket. Oh yeah. Oh, good. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you guys. Anybody who buys tickets to see me talk in the private and go over all this stuff unedited, straight up, for whatever. Thank you guys for supporting. It means a lot. Um, but yes, this is recorded and will be on my YouTube channel in the live, and then the private Zoom will be recorded. And it will probably be available. Unless we go into some really deep details, and then I have to figure out how to you know, set all that stuff up. So we'll get there. Right now, I just want to enjoy the show. So we'll get there. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I'm skipping through a little bit because we're running close. Silent walk. Hey, what's going on? Fight the programming. It is. If at the end of the day, they have been, and this is the part that should piss you guys the TF off. They've been programming us since we had less than 10 baby breaths in our body. They've been programming us to speak devil language. But they've not been teaching us how to use and operate within that devil world, because their devil world and language is all about them servicing you. Yeah, because their whole entire world is about service. Think about it. You go to the post office. What are they doing? Servicing you. Postman comes to your house. He's servicing you. And if you guys didn't know, that mailbox in front of your house is their property. That's federal property. You were the person before you applied to the federal government for a federal ass mailbox. Like you having your own cubicle at work and then getting a corporate mailbox, that's their property attached to yours. You've been telling them you're basically their employee or member, but not only that, the lowest member. I could start a corporation right now and it's got more power than all of you US citizens combined, because it is more recognized in their world as having power. Everything in the world is dead. So by creating a dead thing, it has more power than you as a US citizen just being in there for years. They respect dead things and corporations and entities. Why do you think, what was that, like the Exxon oil tanker disaster? They billions of gallons of oil into the ocean. They paid almost nothing. Nobody was arrested. The street, and you know what? They sent me a bill for the oil and fluid cleanup and the light pole, all that. But yet you've got these politicians getting away with everything. You've got these corporations. Why? Because they know how to operate in their world. They're all operating behind entities. When you don't know how to operate correctly behind an entity created either in their world or out of their world, they look at you as this is directly you, cough, cough, but it's a version of you that is the lowest member within their world. You are a level 1 demon in their world. That's all they want you to do. When you create a business or entity, a dead thing, the word corporation, corp, oration, corp is body. It's Latin. Ation is to animate. You're animating a dead body. When you create a new dead body, you're energizing their realm, and it starts off with a level 5. You and your state created version of a legal entity, the business trust that you operate, that is your name in all caps, that's a level 1. Level 1, you're worse than a janitor. What do you think about Patrick Devine and Don Kalam? I never really on the public side go into anything about people. I've heard good and bad about both. I know Don Kalam has looked at some of my materials way back in the day. I've heard some rumors about both. You know, it's I look at it like this. I like that their names are getting people into the game. Do I agree with all of their methods and um, processes? No. But there's people who don't agree with all of mine either. So, but I'll say I haven't heard either of them ever talk about me in any negative way. I have nothing negative to say. I've got things that I would like to, if I could find out if they're all of them are true or not, that would be of interest. But um, I even with me, I tell you guys to vet my information. So whether it's Patrick Devine or Don Kalam or whoever else, and I know there's some out there who really don't like me, which is funny because I never mention anybody's name in any negative ways. So they're just acting like little boys clapping at me to clap back on my channel, and I'm not going to do that. I'm smarter than that. I don't need to address anybody like that. So it is whatever. Generally, and not to sound cocky, but like if they're throwing rocks at me, then their eyes are on me. My eyes aren't on them. So we're not the same. But with those two, I haven't heard anything where I would be like, oh, they're, this, that, or the other in any type of negative way. I would just look at some of the processes and vet them for yourselves. A lot of people don't have things right. And that could be said for me. One of the first codes I didn't use right. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is I take my time. I don't give you guys big processes because I don't believe in big processes. I'm not trying to get all this crazy money from them. I just want to understand the game. And that's what I bring you guys. As people have told me who've watched my channel, they said, Wolf is a great foundational piece, but he's not going to go into big, elaborate things and whatever else. I want to know the core pieces thoroughly and emphatically. I think some people have made very big claims that they don't have proof of. So that's where I'm at with that. But I do like that a lot of people out there, and kind of, I won't say he's a former student, but I'll say he's somebody who did get a start from me, like Brandon Joe Williams. He's got some stuff that I don't exactly agree with, but I like that he is proactive in litigation and he's getting a lot of people into the game. And that's what I charge all of you guys with, is learning this and getting people in the game. And if you're not going to get people in the game, then at least you need to learn how to operate this game and really look at it as the private side is like you being an angel in heaven. The in between is like earth. And then there's hell, which is the public system. They've kidnapped us essentially from heaven. We fell to earth and they dragged us into hell, and we slid down as kids, a hot slide right into the bosom of Lucifer. Now you're trying to climb out and get back to heaven. There's a lot of people that don't want you to do that. And there's a lot of people that are going to try to wring you dry financially for that. So all I'm trying to do is get you guys into the game. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm trying to find the people who are already in the game who want to know the ins and outs of the game and methods used to win. We don't go fast here. It's ain't about big things and making the 1040 sandwich and the this and the that and to get all your money from your accounts. And we're not here to do that. I think there are methods behind all of those things, but I have not consistently seen anybody show me where a lot of these, oh, you can use a 1040 to buy anything and you can prove it. Show me that you bought that house. Show me over the next 7 to 10 years that they're not going to come back when enforcement catches you. So like I said, I'm going to give you guys the pieces that you guys need on a daily basis, the same things I've used and that I'm learning to help me and that helped me and mine. So you guys could be just as successful. And you guys could take any of the things I'm doing here and make your own business. Plenty of people already have. You could take any one process I teach you guys and start your own business. Get your own YouTube channel. And the only thing I ever charge you guys with is that if you go out and do those things like Brandon Joe and what's her name? Eternal Zion on TikTok, is throw me a bone. Throw Wolf a bone. Mention me on your channel. Mention me wherever else. And then come on my show or I'll come on yours. I have no problem with that. The one thing we're not going to do, which is unfortunately some of these gurus, white, black, and whatever else, we're not going to entertain the man. At least I'm not. I'm not the masses slave. I'm not the house nigga. I'm not gonna, I'll dance for you. I'll fight my brother over here, whether he's a white brother or a black brother. I'll fight him. I'm gonna go back and forth on my channel with him. Because that generates energy for the man who's sitting back watching all of us. You get it? And they're making more money on that than any of us are. And they're so busy hustling for their little $2 or $3, you know, or whatever they're making on their YouTube channel and wanting to fight me and each other, while the man laughs at all that. Look, even these black people can't get along. Look, even these two males can't get along. I'm not giving them that. I've woken up. I can see through the matrix. So I don't wish any of them any ill will. I just think it's sad. And they look like clowns. But everybody learns at different rates. If that's the game you have to play to get your numbers up and do what you got to do, do what you got to do. You know? All right. Let's see. Served. Well, if you need her served and she isn't, not far from there, not far. I mean, you could, you know, and obviously I would pay you. So email me. We can talk. Thank you, Sprinkle. Yeah, you're welcome. Hell yeah. I am sorry for anyone who has to live without their child being removed from their legitimate reason. It's soul crushing. Yep, it is. It really is. And you have to rebuild yourself from nothing. You know, as they say, the kintsugi. You know, in the Asian culture, when a vase is cracked, they replace the broken area with gold so that it is even better than it was before. But it'll never be the same. Revenue. Yes, revenue. Negus, you are on it, brother. You are on it. All right, guys. Let's see. Throw up one or two. Miss Lopez. I see you, Miss Lady, in the G ride. Looking nice. 100% fire. Let's see what else we got here. It says have a blessed night. And everybody who attended. So, yeah, Monk says, everybody have a blessed night to me and to everybody who attended. Yes, that is the kind of love that we don't have to agree every day. We don't have to agree all the time. We can agree to disagree. But like Bruce Lee said, it's the art of fighting without fighting. I'm not going to physically fight. I'm just going to take my ball and go home, or I'm going to take my money and not spend with this agency or with this whatever. You know, I'm going to send my stuff, you know, this way or that way. There's lots of ways to force the beast that seems like it cannot be destroyed, and it's all powerful, just like in The Wizard of Oz. They were telling you stuff in that movie. There is a way to bring down the beast, or to tame the beast, or to put the beast back into its cage and respect its true owners, or the ones that feed it. How about that? So, let's see what else. Somebody, how was A6? A6 Grind Time. Yeah, for those people who know A6 Grind Time, my cousin, he's doing well. He's okay. He finally put out that, you know, he had some health scenarios. And believe it or not, at the same time, I had a health scenario, 2 health scenarios right after he had his. So that is whatever it is. But I'm probably about at a 90% recovered capacity. He's probably somewhere about the same, almost there. Overall, he's good. He's just kind of remaining more so private at this point in time. He's done with this, but he's just relaxing a little bit, kind of like how I've been a little bit more relaxed. I haven't made as many videos. Sometimes you have to take time for you and your family first, and health first, and all that kind of stuff. But he's still doing his thing. So still, please reach out to him and subscribe. And he appreciates anybody emailing him to, you know, wish him well and whatever else. I'm non-decedent. Yes. Oh, he said it. Yeah, I be saying some stuff. I don't say all of it. Like I said, that's for the Zooms. Y'all want to You want to hear it all? Zoom, the Zoom conference is where to be at. Like I said, I didn't make the rules. I'm just following their rules. They were like, Mr. Lovett, some of this needs to be private. These are private things. Okay. Oh yeah, don't misunderstand that certain individuals from certain places, municipalities, and agencies don't think that they don't reach out to me. Most of them just watch, but a lot of them know my name more so than I expected. I'll say that. Exempt, not giving them your money because you are not legal. So volunteer, the fine print. The devil is always in the fine print, Sprinkle. It's always in the fine print. Watching Bugs Bunny, for those of you guys who are old enough to watch those old cartoons. If not, you can get some of them on YouTube. Anytime Bugs Bunny did a deal with either Yosemite Sam or the devil, they rolled out a contract that rolled down the floor and into the next room and out the front door, because even the creators of those cartoons were trying to teach us. They see, the covenant is that the light will stand there and basically watch. The light is not very proactive. Devils and demons are active, proactive. And they have to put this in front of you for it to be a legal, different than lawful, a legalese binding contract. They take your sign of nature, which is your signature, your sign of nature, which is your word and your oath, and it's bonded to you. It's your sigil. Just like when you summon a daemon or whatever else, they all have a symbol, a logo. So your sign of nature of being a living being is your signature, and that binds you to their devil contract. Yes, just sign on the dotted line. Sign on the line. Speaking of dotted line, for those of you who have checks still, or if anybody receives checks, go ahead and look at that dotted line where you sign on the check. You may find that it's not a line at all. And at the end of it, it's MP for microprint. And it says authorized signature, authorized agent, authorized signature, authorized agent. So what are they trying to tell you? Go ahead. Get out your magnifying glass and read the bottom of those checks. What do you mean they've been hiding this from you? It's been in front of you the entire time. You've never said anything. Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said you were competent over the age of 18, age of majority, to handle all of your affairs. So you're not competent over 18, so we need to administrate you? Gotcha. All right, guys, that is it. That is it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys so much. You guys are literally my family. We don't have to have the same blood. When you see wolves out in the wild running, they're not all the same blood. New wolves come in, some leave, but they all work together. Wolves in the pack sharpen each other. They look out for each other. They help each other. If I eat, we eat. That's what they don't want you guys to know. They want you guys to be individual. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being an individual, but they want you guys so individual. Well, I feel this way, so I'm right. You have a right to feel that way. That doesn't make you right. But they don't want you to work with anybody else. Well, that person made me mad. So, and they said something different than what I believe. So I'm not going to listen. You're bad. You're a bad man. Who benefits from that? The ones who provide you with the service. I'm going to divorce my husband. I'm going to divorce my wife. which if you're going to get married, you should have all of your stuff in a trust before you get married, and throw that out there. But then, who benefits from that when you divorce? Who benefits when you got married? The state, a corporation. Then you get divorced. Who benefits from that? Corporation. You had an offspring. Oh, I mean, they call them children because a child is the product of two corporations coming together. Oh, and then you register, register. If you haven't seen my video on register, resident, resident, go find that video. That one and the meanings behind the word father, when I break down etymology of those words, is fire. So who exactly, Negus? Divide and conquer. Their biggest tool is to divide you and conquer. And ladies, when you have your offspring at the hospital, have you noticed how they refer to you as the informant, not as the biological mother? Or secondary, they'll call you the parent, a pair of renters, re-entering, a partnership of renters, re-entering. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys. From me to you, you are my family. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, my family, my lady, and all the people of need that I support with some of the money that you guys help support me with. They thank you as well. I believe in you guys. Have a great night. Let's have a great spring, summer. Be safe. Be aware. Stay wild. Talk to you guys later. Woo! Woo!
Gift